up, everybody? Welcome back to Big Things Kentucky, Season 3, Episode 14, Coach. Round 4, Coach. Semifinals of the state championship playoffs this week, Coach.
But also, Coach, today we have a meeting scheduled for KSSA, talking finish of football, whether to continue on, and also talking about winter sports, going into basketball and stuff like that. So, but as always, have no fear. Big Things is here. I'm Coach Bew, my main man, Coach Truck. Coach Truck, man, it was interesting Friday, man. Everything was pretty much chalk except for my defenders. I had my red and black on. I didn't get to catch Miss Stephanie McElroy to get my Bulldog shirt. We had a small wager, me and her did. So, but shout out to the Dunbar Bulldogs, my guy, Coach Wes Johnson. I got my black and red on for the Bulldogs. So, if you see this shirt in rotation, I got to break it out because I lost the bet. So I'm going black and red for my Bulldogs. Good win. Couldn't go wrong either way, Coach. Been a big fan of Dunbar.
Yeah, man.
Coach been there.
Well, Coach, I do want to say, I picked up the game on you. We got 11 games to go. Like your boy from Dumb and Dumber says, so you say there's a chance. I got a chance, Coach.
Coach, you know what? You might have a chance. I don't see you doing, but Coach, you know what? Probably the worst thing about this Friday was, Coach. See you on the sideline like you belong. It was sickening, Coach. You was sideline to sideline. When Darren Bross was up, you was on their sideline. When they was down, you was on the. It was after the game. You taking pictures like you won the key, like you graduated. It was sickening, Coach. That was a sickening display by you. I must say, it personally made me throw up, Coach. It was sickening.
We winning, we riding. All right, Coach, man. If we ain't got anything else, we got a jam-packed show for y'all this week. Let's get to it. Coach. First up for these semifinals, Coach, round 4, we got 2A. We got the Murray Tigers coming into town to take on my LCA Eagles and Coach Doug Charles. We got a chance to catch up with the Murray Tigers coach, Coach Keith Hodge.
Now, Coach Hodge, man, you've been at Murray since 2014, Coach. And every year you've had success there at this school. You built this program and made it a powerhouse. I think a lot of people sleep on your team, Coach. You've been a deep run every year since almost 2014. I mean, how have you stayed so consistent and had so much success at Murray?
Well, I think it all goes back to our tradition. We really love football around here, and the kids believe in it. And we've got good participation from our young kids, and from the bottom up. I think we do a pretty good job with our youth league, and middle school coaches do a good job. So it starts in the youth. If you can have your youth excited about football and wanting to play hard and be a part of something that's that's really big, in a town like ours, then I think it makes a big difference. So the coaches before me have really the ones that set this up and done great jobs, and I've just come into what I feel like is a very good situation, and we've continued to work hard and put us in a good position to win football games.
Coach, man, I say it's probably a well-balanced team. Coach, you got a quarterback in Rowdy. Now, I'm messing with his last name, Sokolowski.
Yep. Sokolowski.
1,125 yards, 12 touchdowns. Coach, you got 3 backs, two backs, including your quarterback, 700 yards rushing, Coach. How you so diverse and be able to run the ball and throw the ball?
Well, as the years gone along, we've really focused on our run game. We feel like we're strongest up front, and we've got good backs. And the issue with the spread, we got out of the spread. We started the year in spread and really just got out of it. We felt like our skill guys were having to do too much on defense and then turn around and play spread in the offense. And that was really we just saw the toll it was taking on our kids. So we decided to change things up and go to more of a run-heavy offense and setting up our pass, I guess you could say. And it's been really good to us. Our offensive line has really taken hold of that and ran with it and understand that we want to win in the trenches. That's the main thing. And it gives our backs an opportunity to make some things happen. And, we do have 3 really good backs. We feel like that can make things happen. When you speak of Rowdy's, as the years go along, is really controlled and managed the offense. That's what we want. But he's a heck of a runner, and then Charvel and Brendan have done a great job this year, both seniors. We knew coming into the year that's who we were going to rely heavily on, and they have not disappointed. They've done a really good job for us.
Well, Coach, man, definitely. Speaking of defense, you led by Andrew on defense, Coach, who's been remarkable for you through the season. Any other names that stick out for you on defense we should be on the lookout for?
Oh, yes, sir, definitely. Sebastian Laurence on the D line for us is he's going to be a Division I commitment kid, and Devin Lee has came on his junior year, one of the highest sack kids in the state. Has done a great job. You know, I feel like our D line really has opened things up for Andrew to play really well. So our box players we feel like are really strong. We feel like that's one of our strongest points, and we've just gotten better and better on the back end of the box. That's really starting to come along and fit together. And I feel like our defense has just gotten better every single week, you know, and that's what you want this time of year. Obviously, you guys know that. And
now, Coach, I know them Mayfield has been a problem, but Mayfield's a problem for everybody just about. So that's not that new.
The Mayfield thing, yeah, they're an Achilles heel for a lot of teams. You know, that traditionally, you know, every single year they compete and play really hard, and it's just in their DNA, you know, and how they play and the things they do real well. So when you play a team like that consistently every year, you know, you eventually got to get over that hump at some point in time. And I know we might get into that, but this year I felt like we really were on the verge of doing it, and then we finally did it. And, you know, we've had opportunities in the past since I've been here to beat them. We haven't been able to take advantage of it. You know, we've let the turnover bug get us. And I felt like this year we still had turnovers against them, but we were able to overcome that and just play and just focus on football. And I think it was really good for us this year.
Well, Coach, as the old saying goes, I guess out of the frying pan into the fire as you go from getting past Mayfield. Now you got some people say it's the favorite, LCA Eagles, Coach. How do you handle this team that you face in the Eagles? How are you going to contain them, Coach?
It's really hard. As far as their offense goes, it's probably the most dynamic we've seen this year, you know, and they give the ball to so many different players. If you look at their roster, they have every one of their offensive starters have carries, they have receptions, they spread the ball around so well, and that's always hard to prepare for. Their tempo is the fastest I've ever seen since I've been coaching, and that's always hard to simulate in practice. So that's kind of our goal this week. How do we simulate what they do? And I'm hoping that they got the same problem simulating what we do. And you know, so preparing for them is not easy, you know, but we don't want to overcomplicate things. You know, we want to be simple in our approach, allow our kids to play fast and adjust really well. And it's not simple though. They're a very good football team. That's why they're ranked number one in the state. You know, what they do well, they do it extremely well. And they do a good job of stopping the run also. And that's what we hang our hat on. So, you know, like I said, we've got to be a little diverse offensively this week and create some matchups and do some good things. But like I say, they're hard to prepare for, and we're hoping that our mindset will really help us going into this game and be able to carry some momentum against a very, very talented LCA team.
Well, Coach, man, we wish you the best of luck against these Eagles as you come on into town. We want to let everybody know in Murray, if you can't get there, you can see the game on Prep Spin. We catch them. It's going to be a great broadcast. Good luck to you, Coach, man.
Hey,
thanks for joining us, Coach.
Thank y'all, and appreciate you having me anytime. Thank you, guys.
All right, Coach. That was a great interview with Coach Keith Hodge. We also got a chance to check out my guy, Drew Nieves, quarterback for LCA. For LCA Eagles, what's going on, Drew?
Nothing much. Just chilling. Ready for this game Friday, definitely.
Absolutely. With Drew, man, you've had a remarkable season, man. 2,317 yards, 26 touchdowns, 326 rushing, and another 3 touchdowns in the 10 games. Drew, man, what do you equate your success to?
I mean, it's been a great journey. It's been awesome. It's been a great journey with my teammates. I love that I play at LCA. It's just a great environment.
You have been the engine for this team, Drew. You know, sure. You have sparked us, man, done amazing, great things.
At the beginning of the season, Coach Doug basically brought me into a room and said, hey, I'm going to he named me basically starting quarterback and said, here are the keys, drive us home and get us to a state championship. And I was nervous for a little bit, but my teammates definitely boosted my energy, and they said, you just got to step up and do your thing. So did my older brother, Logan Nieves.
You speak of teammates, man. You got a plethora of weapons, man. You got Mason Moore, 805 yards and 10 touchdowns. You got my guy Xavier Brown, another 805 yards and 9 touchdowns. And, of course, my guy, always reliable, Will Vernon, with 300 yards and 3 touchdowns. Man, I mean, it's open season over for you, ain't it?
Yes, sir. I mean, it's been It's been awesome. I mean, not a lot of people get to say they have a lot of weapons, but I'm one of those people that get to say I have a lot of weapons and I use them well.
Earlier in the season, you had a great game against Somerset. You played a tough schedule all year. Do you feel like that Douglas game prepared you for where you are right now?
Oh yeah, because Coach Doug, he said we're playing this game just so you all can. I mean, it's a great opponent, and we'd love to see you all come out and do good. But it's really preparing you for bigger teams and just bigger teams that are going to come out. Like Somerset, that prepared us for Somerset big time.
All right. Now, one thing I do want to ask, right now we are kind of the favorites, man. Everybody's basically picking us to win state, man. How do we temper that and stay focused on the drive ahead, Drew?
I mean, we just got to keep our same mindset that we've been doing. We don't take any team lightly at all. We never take any team lightly. That's what our coaches say. We just do the same game plan every week. Stay on schedule.
All right. Well, I don't know who we and us is. He must have got a mouse in his pocket. He's picked against you all season. He has. Even Coach Doug told him don't come no more games. It was so bad. But that's either here or there.
What we gonna do to get us to this next level so we can go to the championship game?
Yes, sir. I mean, we've got a great game plan on. My coaches have just been nonstop film, and I think we've got a great game plan this week. And I'm just going to trust my teammates, and we're just going to go out there, do our thing, and win.
Man, we appreciate you joining us today. Good luck to you and the rest of the LCA Eagles, man. And fly,
yes,
Eagles, fly.
Yes, sir. Thank you for having me.
Thank you, man.
Thank you.
Hey, Coach, man. Drew and the Eagles are ready, man. This is going to be a big game, but, Coach, I'm just letting you know, fly, Eagles, fly, baby.
Man, Coach, that's doing a little research on this game. Man, Murray is a pretty impressive team, Coach. I have to say, they've been pretty good for the last 3 years, and coaches had them steady. They made long runs. Because I'm also going to take my War Eagles to Coach Doug Charles. Let's go, baby. Fly, Eagle, fly. All right, Coach, up next, our 4A class should be between Hopkinsville taking on the 4A Darlings, Boyle County Rebels, Coach. Boyle County is...
Who you with, baby?
Absolutely. We got a chance to sit down first with Coach Haddix, first-year coach of Boyle County. Here's that interview. Coach Haddix, how you doing there, sir?
Hey, I'm doing good today. I'm excited to get to play this week. We're in the semifinals, one game away from Kroger Field where we want to be, and looking forward to good practice today.
Well, Coach, man, it's your first year here at Boyle County. Coach, you took over the keys to a brand new Cadillac Escalade, fully loaded, and you just kept on rolling with it. How's it been? And tell us about your previous stop before you got here.
It's been a wild ride. I took the job. I think my first day on the job was February the 4th, and then the pandemic hits March the 16th, and we're sent home and doing this. So it's been a wild ride as far as that. We didn't know spring practice. Only got a couple months of really weight training in the off season, and then you're starting on a. I've not even met a lot of the parents that I'm coaching their kids in face to face because of it's all been a Zoom call or it's been something. So it's been a little crazy. As far as my path going back, I went to Breathitt County High School, won a state championship there as a senior in high school. Then I took a scholarship to Western Kentucky, played quarterback there. Started all 4 years I was there at Western Kentucky. I was 25, and I took my first head job at Perry County Central, and I was there for 4 years and went 26-20. And then I went to then I got the job at Corbin. And it kind of reminded me of this year a little bit as I started late. I didn't take the job till like May the 5th. Thanks when I got announced in Corbin. And we had a great year there. I had 6 years there as a head coach, and then took over here at Boyle County. And Coach Smith, he's done a great job. All the coaches have of setting in a quality program.
Oh, you just named like a whole bunch of blue bloods all in one, Coach. I like your style, Coach. We winning, we riding, Coach. Because wherever you go, they winning, Coach.
But Coach, man, you've had a lot of success at wherever you've been at, and with Boyle, you got plenty of studs on offense and defense. Coach led by Will McDonald, Coach, 863 yards, 16 touchdowns. On defense, Tommy Zeismer, 40 tackles and 6 sacks. Coach, you loaded on both sides of the ball.
Yeah, I think it all starts up front on both sides of our line. If you look at our left tackle, Caleb Edmondson, left guard, Zach Mason, the centers, Jake Hester, The right guard's Paul Brown, and the right tackle is Andrew Hardwick. And it starts up front for us on offense. We got a really good quarterback in Jagger Gillis. He's had a great year. And then Luke Shepperson, Cole Lanner, Coleman Clark, and Eli Glasscock. And so we've got some weapons that we move around. On our defensive line, you talk about Tommy Ziesmer, and he's got a bunch of offers from, he'll be able to choose where he wants to go to, but he's just a sophomore. And then you got Nate Rush and Dalton Peets and Caleb Holderman are the other linemen. So, that's where I think you win big time football. And if you're good up there, you can compete.
Up this week, Coach, we got Hopkinsville, an explosive team, kind of like, last time we played, Coach, against Lexington Catholic, we kind of took a little dip there, Coach. How we going to keep going?
Hopkinsville is a very talented squad. They do a great job. And I said, with Lexington Catholic, got to give them their coaching staff and their kids a lot of praise after that. We got up 28-0. And then it was 0-0 at the first quarter. We get up 28-0, and then they score 3 before half, and it's like they catch fire and kept fighting. And we told our kids, when your back's against the wall, you're gonna fight a little harder. When the season's on the line, what you're gonna do, you're gonna fight a little harder. So Lexington Catholic, got to give props to them and they're a good football team. Really quality football team. They beat Covington Catholic. They've done that. Talking about Hopkinsville's explosive. They got a really good receiver in Reese Jesse. He's got a bunch of offers from different people. He's a tall, athletic kid, and we've got to contain him. And the quarterback's got an offer, I think, from Eastern Kentucky. So he's a talented kid, and they got some other receivers that maybe are not the tallest or whatever, but they can really move and make some plays. And a lot of those guys play defense too, so it makes it tough, and they're very well coached. Their defensive coordinator, me and him played together in the Kentucky-Tennessee All-Star game back in the old days. He was the DC and I was the quarterback. Now we both look like offensive guards. So that's kind of where we're at with them. And Coach Clayton has been there for a long time and done very well at Hoptown.
All right, Coach. So what's it going to take to make sure we beat Hopkinsville?
Well, we got to limit the big play. That's one big thing from them. They like to strike early. They'll throw the deep ball a lot. We've got to limit the big play. And, get them down. Then we got to take care of the football. A lot of times in these games, when you get in a play deep in the playoffs, the turnover battle and field position battle becomes big. So we've got to do a great job taking care of the football, and we got to make them grind out drives and limit that, just a big play, one play and score, either on special teams or whatever it is. We got to make them grind it out.
Hey, Coach, yes, sir. Who you with? I'm riding with you, Coach, all the way. I just want to say good luck.
Hey, that sounds great.
And always good to see my coach, Coach Haddix, doing big things, Coach. For Hopkinsville, we got a chance to catch up with Trayvon Jefferson, quarterback. Trey, man, this week, we're in the semifinals, man.
Yes, sir.
Tell us a little bit about your history, man. I know you played a little time in Florida and now you done transferred back. Tell us a little bit about that.
I actually started here in middle school, going to Hopkinsville Middle School, and then I just wanted a little bit change of scenery. I wanted to play high school at a higher level, so I just decided to go to Florida for 2 years. I played 2 years down there, and then I just came to finish up my high school career, kind of where it started at.
Okay. Good stuff. Now, man, you've had a remarkable season. You've had 16 touchdowns, 1,376 yards passing. One of your biggest weapons has been Reese Jesse. How has he been for you, and do you have any more weapons you want to mention?
Yeah, he has been a great help to me and the team. He goes up and wins every jump ball almost, and he's just a real good deep threat. He can also take short catches and take them for long distances. We also have a good receiver in Dejon Mercer. He also plays defense. Emmanuel Cheatham, he plays receiver, running back him. He also plays defense. And we got Jaden Dillard in the backfield.
A lot of people don't know, as an 8th grader, you played some high school football as a freshman, playing freshman football. And your first touchdown pass was to Reese. Is that correct?
Yes, sir. It was I just got through in the game. The starting quarterback, he wasn't doing so good, so I just got through in the game, and I really didn't know too much, but I knew he had a fly, and I just threw it to him. and it was like 60 yards.
Little did they know that was a glimpse in the future, huh?
Yes, sir.
So they were glad to see you come back in the state of Kentucky for sure.
Being as successful as you have been, it comes in a team sport. Who are some of your teammates that have helped contribute to your success?
My left tackle, Tyler Jones. He guards my blind side real good. I'm gonna say Reese Jesse, of course. I think he has the most receiving yards on the team, and my whole entire defense, because they keep us in a lot of football games when the offense not picking up slack. They go out there and like, y'all just get it together and figure out what y'all need to change, and we'll make stops on defense. So
let me ask you a question, man. A lot of people aren't give you all much chance to win this game against Boyle County, which is a powerhouse at 4A. What are you going to do to get this W? What do we need to do? You all need to do.
We just gotta game plan, practice hard, have a real good practice. My team, they were really intense yesterday, real focused Sunday when we were watching film, and we just got to do all the little stuff to beat them, because we know we can't make too many mistakes and win this football game.
Well, man, we appreciate you joining us, Trey, man. Good luck Friday night. It'll be a tough task. We wish you catch the best.
Yes, sir.
Coach, great interview with Trayvon Jefferson, but Coach, I think it's too much Boyle County Rebels, and your guy, Willie McD, give me Boyle County, Coach.
Coach, who you with, baby? Let's go Rebels. Yes, sir. Kroger, baby. All right, for 4A, our other semifinal game is the Franklin County Flyers traveling to Johnson Central, them Eagles, man. Johnson Central, we might as well rename the 4A state championship game the Johnson Central Invitational, Coach, because they there so much. First from Franklin County, we'll hear from Coach James. Coach James, doing big things in Franklin, Coach. Welcome to the show.
Thank you, guys. I appreciate y'all having me. We're excited.
Well, Coach James, first off, man, I want to give a shout. My guy, I got a kid, we coach youth football named Jordan Ross that plays for you. I don't know if we get a lot of pocket. That's my guy, Jordan Ross. We can buy a word, put Jordan Ross in. Coach, man, you took over in 2017, Coach, and first year was a little struggle. But, Coach, you've been I guess somewhat of a quiet powerhouse.
It's been good, man. This is where I went to school at, so that this place is very important for me. We're trying to build a program that's built to last. We know that there's talent here in Frankfort, and we've had good teams here and there over the years, but we really, when we came in, we were committed to building a program that could last and be here every single year. And last Saturday was big for us. We got over that region title hump against Allen County, and so now we feel blessed to be here, and we're excited about this week.
Hey, speaking of athletes and studs, Coach, you got your guy Nick Broyles, 1,951 yards passing, 24 touchdowns, Coach. Then also you led by Fred Furrier, your receiver, 874 yards receiving and 11 touchdowns, Coach. That's pretty impressive on the passing end.
Those two, man, they love playing with each other. They've played together since middle school, and they just have a connection with each other that's pretty special. They're both great kids. They're both great leaders. They do a ton for our football team. Fred flips over and plays DB. But those two, and we've got Philip Pfeiffer playing D, and they've let us kind of transform the culture of our football team. A guy to watch for is our running back. He's a sophomore. It's Caden Mormon. He's kind of really transformed our running game and allowed us to add the balance we want, to Fred and Nick from the passing aspect.
Coach, you're going into the semifinal game, big game, man. It's almost Clash Ali Frazier is what I've heard some people call it, Going to take on the Mountain Warriors, ground and pound. You guys are high flying. How are we going to handle Johnson Central, Coach?
It should be a good football game. They do a really good job. Coach Matney's a phenomenal coach, and we've told our kids all week, we've got to go out there and match their physicality. They make no bones about it, about what they're doing. They're physical, and we in order to win and be in the football game, we've got to match it, And on the other side of that, we've got some great athletes, and we want to try to put those guys in positions to make plays because, they haven't played a ton of teams that'll spread it out. So, it'll be a style fight. For those old boxing guys, it'll be whatever style can kind of prevail. That's what'll hopefully win the game.
Coach, thank you very much for joining us today, man. Appreciate it.
Y'all have a good one.
All right, good luck to you.
See ya.
Yes, sir. That was a great interview with Coach Eddie James. Coach James, quiet as kept since 2017, has made the Flyers a powerhouse, quiet as kept in the state. And they've done their thing. Successful 3 seasons in a row for him. But, Coach, I'm telling you what, it's hard to go down to Johnson Central, beat them down there, Coach. Give me Johnson Central for this one.
Man, hey, my man Mason LeMaster is doing things on defense and really count on their defense. The Flyers are high-flying, lots of points. Johnson Central is ground and pound, baby. Coach, I think Johnson Central's run is over. Let's go Franklin Flyers, baby. I'm picking up one more game on you, Coach.
Coach, that was a bold predicament. It's hard to go down to them county schools and beat them boys. I'm telling you, Coach. I'm telling you, it's hard, my guy. Okay, Coach, up next we got the Darlings in the city of Lexington, 859 Broncos, your boys, the green and orange boys, taking on Owensboro, a rematch of last year's game, Coach, in the 5A semifinals. This time it's played in Owensboro, Coach.
Coach, man, for this game, to get ready for this game, we're going to talk to my man, Romarion Warner, for the Douglas Broncos.
Hey, man, this great young man here, he's been doing his thing at Douglas for 3 years. Romarion, now you switched from strictly defense to playing center and defense. How's it been going both ways, and how have you prepared yourself?
It's been pretty good. I've been out there almost every play now. I just had to shed like 20-some pounds because I was 310. Now I'm about like 280. So, yes, feels a whole lot better on my body.
At your first real big tough your first game of year against North Hardin, how have you all bounced back from that game and become as dominant as we know you all are?
I really believe that first game was nowhere compared to where we are right now. Everybody's really just vibing and clicking. But now I think we're clicking on all cylinders, and we're a whole different team than the first game.
Now, do you feel like y'all needed this? Because I know a lot of people said last year y'all felt like y'all had rolled. Everything was so easy that when y'all actually got into some real competition with Covington Catholic, it was kind of a shock to you.
Yeah, it most definitely was a shock. Like, the first drive was like a wake-up call. It was like, wow, these dudes can play with us. So this year we play like Ballard, LCA, Southwestern. We play so many teams that can compete with us, and I believe that set us up for this challenge and to Golden State.
Now, because of this RPI thing, which became new last year, you all are on the road, even though you're probably number one team in 5A. You already number one in 5A. So how was it last week, being all that grass? So y'all young kid, y'all used to that turf. This grass is different.
I mean, it was back conditions. We were sinking in the field. We couldn't cut like we wanted to, but it was also fun sliding around when you get tackles and mud's all on your face. It brings you back to Little League days. So it was a kind of fun it was kind of.
Y'all, we pulled that one out, man. Now we got another tough one this week, man. We got them Owensboro, the Red Devils, man. What do we have to do to win this game, man?
To win this game, we got to control the line of scrimmage and definitely get hits on number 2. Make him feel kind of jittery in the pocket, because if he's just back there relaxing, then it's going to be a hard day for us. But I believe if we get back there and hit him, we're good. We got a great chance.
Man, great interview with my guy, Romarion Warren, Coach. Hey, young man's been a staple over on that defense for the last 3 years. Good luck to him.
Coach, man, it's a rematch from last year, only we going to Owensboro. Owensboro, Gavin Wimstadt, man, is a monster. We saw him last year. You know, he showed flashes of his greatness. It's going to come down to the defense. The one thing is we on a fast track. Coach, give me Broncos, Coach. We going to Kroger, baby. I can't leave my Broncos now.
I'm tell you what, Coach, Owensboro looks pretty impressive. They had a great season last 2 years, Coach. And it's in Owensboro, Coach. It's also going to be a tough game, but I think Douglas got too much on defense for him. Give me Frederick Douglas for the win, Coach. Going to grocery store, Kroger feed. All right, Coach. Up next, we got your male Bulldogs taking on your Paul Laurence Dunbar Bulldogs. And by the picture, your T-shirt in the back, you changed. I'm guessing you let us know who you riding with, Coach.
Coach, man, before we get going, let's hear from my coach, Coach Wes Johnson of the Paul Laurence Dunbar Bulldogs.
Coach Wes Johnson, and Coach, I've been a fan since you got there, I picked my defenders last week, Coach, because that's in my bone marrow. I'm a defender to the heart. But I got my black and red on for the Bulldogs this week, Coach.
All right, sounds good. Hey, I don't blame you. You got to pull for your alma mater. You got to pull for your group.
Now, Coach, man, I guess you've been the biggest talk as far as the turnaround, where you've taken the Dunbar Bulldogs from where they were 0-10, I believe, the year before you picked them up. And now here you are in the semifinals playing perennial power Mayo, Coach. Tell us a little bit about that journey from there to where you are now, Coach.
Well, the journey for us is just like we tell the kids every single day, and that is to, do your job every single day, kind of like, as the term goes, grind every single day and do what you need to do that particular day to become good. And I know people say, hey, what was your timeline? Well, there's not really a timeline. You just, put your head down and you work real hard and like we tell our kids in the game, you take it play by play, don't look at the scoreboard, just play as hard as you can, do what you need to do your job. And at the end of the day, the scoreboard takes care of itself. And it's kind of like that with the coaches and the way we built the program. We've just kept our nose down to the grindstone and look up and here we are as a region champ.
Yeah, Coach, man, probably one of the biggest pickups you had all season, Coach, getting Coach Stacker to come in. Coach Stacker had a lot of success at LCA with a real up-tempo offense. Like it's fit Jake from State Farm well. How was that getting Coach on board?
Well, I've been talking to him for a few years. When I first got the job here, I reached out and it just wasn't good timing. Sometimes life, has its own way of working out best timing. And so I guess he remembered that because a couple years later, just, last winter, called me up and said, hey, you still looking for somebody? And I said, absolutely. I can't wait to get you on board. So I knew the progression of our team at some point would get to, and I don't know if we could have done it at first. But, Coach Stacker, everybody thinks he's just an air raid guy or that sort of thing. And that's not really true. When we sat down, one of the things that we both agreed on was that you got to run the football in November and late October and be able to hang your hat on good defense and running the ball. And so that we really have a similar philosophy in terms of that. And if you've watched us this year, we've done a lot of, stuff that is those typical air raid schools don't do. But we get in a lot of different formations, but a lot of that is just to try to run the football. So, he's a great coach and the kids like him. And I'm just blessed to have the staff I do have, for these kids.
Now, Coach, man, you spoke about, you changing up, being a well-balanced team. Of course, you was, Jake from State Farm had a heck of a season, Coach. Then Romarion Robinson had 762 yards and 5 touchdowns. And, of course, Howard Jackson doing his thing at receiver, Coach. I mean, pretty well balanced, as you said. How's it been having that many options on offense?
Well, and I think that, Coach Stacker and I talked about this too. We didn't have the luxury of having spring football. We didn't have the luxury of going all summer. We've kind of been coaching it on the fly. And if you watched us all year long, we're much, much better in every position than we opened up at West Jessamine. We had to coach and get things going on the fly. And I think you're seeing the fruit of just, getting your offense together, your defense, practicing every day. And then all of a sudden light comes on. And it came on for our offensive line and Jake here lately. And really has been able to open up our offense and make us more balanced.
Now, Coach, you say that line, man. I just want to give a shout out to the offensive line, the unsung heroes of last week's victory, man. Those guys really came in and played. I want to give a shout out to Drew, Kevin, and the Turley twins, and my man Cole McElroy, the center. Coach, man, tell us how those linemen have helped your success.
Well, like you said, it is an unsung group, but, that core group, and poor Kevin, Kevin got hurt in the Lafayette game, tore his MCL and has to have surgery. So he's been out. And Colton Turner's filled in along with Drew in those positions, and Kendall Wills, has come in, and and all of them have played really well together. And they just had to mesh and bond to trust each other up front. And, that's a real important thing for that group to be able to trust each other up there. And, I'm really just proud of the effort that they put forth. And the great thing about it is, I know your favorite guy, Cole McElroy, graduates, but everybody else is coming back next year. So we'll have a nice offensive line next year. Romarion's coming back next year. So that core group right there will be back. Now,
Coach, we got mail this week, Coach. Tell us about preparing for this perennial power mail, Coach.
Well, I kind of had the same talk I did to my guys when we played Boyle County back when I was at West Jessamine in 2003. It was funny, in that game, it started to rain and storm. And so we brought all the guys into the school, and Boyle County didn't have anywhere to go either. So they had to go in one of the hallways of our school. And as they walked in without their pads on and sat down, my kids came up to me and said, "Coach, they look like high school kids. They look like kids in my class." And I said, "Well, that's what they are. They're not superhuman. They are kids, and they look like you." And that team had D1 players, and that team had Jacob Tammy, a former longtime NFL football player and Wildcat, Male's got the same. I mean, it's to be determined whether they have an NFL player on their team, but our guys, it really opened their eyes in terms of to not look at the record and the accolades of past. And to really focus on playing hard and doing the best you can. And
appreciate it. Thank you, Coach.
All right. Appreciate it, guys.
Thank you, Coach.
Okay. All right, Coach. Up next for Mel, we got running back Jalen Bross.
Just a little backstory on Jalen. We knew his daddy. We went to school with his father, Monty Bross at Kentucky State. So I just want you to know, Jalen, you already twice the athlete your daddy was. So keep doing big things, man.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
So, Jalen, man, you've had a remarkable 2 years. Last year, over 1,600 yards rushing. You've been to 2 state championships in 2017 and 2018. Got over 1,000 yards rushing this year in a limited amount of games. Man, what do you attribute your success to?
Really just continue to work hard each week, especially during the off season. Watching film, figured out some things that I definitely needed to improve on, and then worked hard during the off season. Just the same as the rest of my fellow seniors. They did the same thing. So, I got to give a lot of credit to our O-line. We filled in a lot of gaps this year that, we lost. And then to have a lot of good blocking receivers like VJ, Brooks, Vinny. It's good to have those, especially on stretch plays.
Now, man, you at Mayo, y'all are just synonymous with winning, man. What's the culture like there, man? Kind of take us through what it's like being a Mayo Bulldog, man.
So for me, my entire family is with the Mayo, so it was kind of destined for me to go there. For us, the culture is always every year to beat Manual. Unfortunately, we didn't get the chance to play them this year, but really just to keep the barrel is our culture. Really to come to practice, work hard every day, continue to get better every day is just really our culture, and to be a brother to one another and have each other's back is, that's our culture, and we really harp on that and be on that every single day. So.
Now, man, let me ask you a question there. You're dealing with the COVID and all that stuff. How do you prepare for the off season and prepare to get ready for this season?
So leading up to this year, first and foremost, it's been a blessing really because, a lot of teams didn't get the opportunity to play this year, but this year is different because we didn't get the 2-a-days. We didn't get the spring practices, the summer camps. We didn't get none of that. If I'm correct, literally the week before our first game was our first day in pads. So we didn't really get a lot of time to prepare, but we were fortunate that, you know, a lot of our players worked hard and trained during the off season so that they were ready for the season. You know, having the senior leadership that we have now, especially with the guys that it's their first year starting, you know, it's good for us because, you know, we've learned this year, especially as like seniors and football players, we take a lot of things for granted. And this year it's really shown that at any moment it can be taken away from you. So
hey man, y'all back in the semifinals again. Seems like y'all always in the semifinals. Now this week you got the Paul Laurence Dunbar Bulldogs, man. We just want to know how y'all taking this week, how y'all preparing for the Bulldogs, and what's the one thing y'all got to do to make sure y'all move on to the finals.
We're basically treating it like another week. Coming Monday, film review, and then continue to just work hard each day of the week, figure out, you know, what plays work, which plays don't work, kind of learn their offense and defense, and continue to work hard every day. You know, iron sharpens iron. So, you know, with it being the semifinals, I mean, they're 7-2. They're not going to be a team that we're just going to roll over. It's going to be a good game. It's going to be a good comp. So we're ready for it.
But man, you're a great young man. Great interview.
Thank
Appreciate
you.
sitting down with us, man. Wish Mel nothing but the best this weekend.
Hey man, it's nice to catch up with him, and seeing as how we knew his father at K-State, it's kind of wild to see his kid doing big things for Mel. Coach, man, Dunbar's had an amazing season. It's been great. We got to the semifinals, but you know, me and my man Coach Wolf go way back. I got to go with the Bulldogs, baby.
Coach, I'm going to tell you what, Coach Johnson has this Dunbar team peaking, I think, farther ahead than the expectations that he had for them. But I think Mel's is too much, Coach. Give me Mel for this one. As always, there should be a living donor. I'm Coach B, my main man, Coach Truck, TB on assignment. Coach, anything else?
Peace.